Hey everybody, what's going on? Actually, you don't have to answer me. That's okay. I'll just say hi. You don't have to say anything. What's up? Stuart here. I mean it's already 8, so we'll just let everybody kind of enter here for one more minute and then we'll get started. Feel like this is just an extension of work, John. We're just right into Trek. Trek is work. This is the Lord's work.
Yes, and I'm driving. I'll be back at my computer in 5 seconds.
Okay, great.
Mountain
Well,
bike.
welcome everybody. I hope you started packing your bags. We're excited to have Trek here. Next week, we'll be trekking at this time, so we're very excited. It's all we can think about. I know that's probably not like everybody, but we're excited to have Trek. I've got to admit everybody in, so we'll just wait a few more minutes for everybody to arrive. I feel like I'm at work right now, but that's okay. It's still fun to be on Zoom after work. All right, if you didn't know, hey, Bishop Smith, how are you? It's good to see you. Hey, so if you didn't know, I'm Stuart Anderson, and Kristen is going to be joining in just a sec. We have been part of the Trek Planning Committee since last July with John Worthland and President Bergstead and Julie Thomas, and a lot of other very helpful hands have made it possible for us to plan Trek. I think it's been over a year that John Worthland visited the Trek site that we're going to, so we're excited to finally put it all together and be going. So. All right, I'll wait one more minute till we officially begin. One thing I will say is I get everybody's muted as they come in. I hope that's fine. Just kind of stay muted unless you've got a very serious question. You could put it in the chat. And you can put the chat, if you have questions, you can put them in the chat now, or you can just wait till the end and hopefully we answer everybody's questions because I kind of know at this point what everyone's questions are going to be. So hopefully we cover them all. But we're um, gonna just go over our basic agenda. We're gonna go over some frequently asked questions that we're hearing a lot of, and then if you guys have questions, we're gonna be happy to take care of them. So, okay, I'm just gonna keep admitting people in, but let's get started. Oh, if you, okay, I'll get to all these questions in the in at the end. So very good. Thanks for everybody's questions. So we're grateful to be together. The purpose of this call, what we're going to do is just some high level agenda items. We're going to walk through the schedule, what everybody can expect, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what it's going to be like at Sellers Creek. So I'm going to just pull my agenda up first of all. So we're grateful to obviously be doing Trek. We're thankful for the ability to have great, it looks like great weather. I don't know if anybody's checking the weather, but the Idaho Falls weather kind of gives us an idea of what weather will be like where we're going. So lows in the mid 40s and highs look like they're going to be low 80s. So it looks like great weather. I don't want to jinx us by checking it too much, but weather looks good. I don't think we're going to have to prepare too much for nasty or icky weather up there. The first thing that should be on your radar is next Tuesday night at 6 p.m. at the Stake Center. Whether you're an adult or you're a youth, you need to drop off all of your gear. And I can also be speaking to the people who are in charge of vans. The Transportation Committee has been very specific about picking up and taking care of your responsibilities on that Tuesday. You are also meeting that night. So if you are planning on going on trek, you need to be able to bring all of your gear, bucket, tent, duffel bag, pad, sleeping bag, everything that you want to take on trek, except for maybe a small backpack for the car, needs to be at the church 6 to 7 o'clock. What it'll look like is each ward is going to be checking in everyone. You're going to get a bandana. So every ward has a different color. So we'll hand out these fun bandanas to keep track of everybody based on what ward you're in. And then you also need to make sure that all of your gear is clearly marked. So don't have any loose items like a pillow a sleeping bag. Everything needs to be in a bag and very well marked, as we're going to be putting them in giant trucks and trailers to move them up to Trek. So your gear is not going to be transported with you inside your van. They're going in large covered trailers up to Trek. So make sure they're clearly marked with your name. And when you arrive, we're also going to put some colored duct tape on all of your gear to make sure it stays in the right ward. The next morning, if you're an adult, we would love you at the Stake Center at about 7:30, and we're going to ask everyone to start arriving at 8. The youth can arrive then at 8, and we'll check you in, and then we'll go right into the Stake Center chapel. And in the Stake Center chapel, we're going to do an early morning devotional, welcome. We're going to have registration tables. Two things that you need to make sure: you need to eat breakfast. There will not be breakfast there that morning. And then you also need to make sure that you bring a lunch for Wednesday, because we will not be feeding you. So bring your own food for Wednesday to either eat in the car or as we arrive at Sellers Creek. So plan on those 2 meals, taking care of them on your own. Another thing that we've asked as guidelines is just leave your electronics and leave your phones at home. We're not going to leave them in the vans or leave them at the Stake Center, so you can just leave them at home, and no need to even pack them or bring them with you. When you arrive at the Stake Center at 8 o'clock, there'll be registration tables marked for each ward. We have your medical forms, but if by chance you haven't turned them in, bring your medical form to the church Wednesday morning. All of the gear will already be packed in trailers, and those trailers are taking off before you even arrive Wednesday morning. So if you do not bring your gear Tuesday night or give it to somebody, it will be gone. The trailers and the equipment and our food are taking off very early morning Wednesday. So please bring your gear Tuesday night, because you cannot drop it off Wednesday morning. All right, we're going to drive up to Sellers Creek. It's a 3.5, 4-hour drive. We'll do one stop. All the vans will need gas along the way. So plan on a stop at about the 2-hour mark, where we can stretch our legs and go to the bathroom. But we will do one stop together. The vans will move up, hopefully together. We're not going to leave anybody stranded or apart. It's our hope that the vans kind of all arrive together at Sellers Creek at the same time. When we arrive at Sellers Creek, the first thing we'll do is we'll get instructions from the missionaries. So we'll unload, and when we unload, we'll have the opportunity to be oriented with rules and guidelines and instructions, and welcomed by the full-time missionaries who are serving at Sellers Creek. They're going to guide us through the camp and show us a few things to make sure that we're all on the same page when it comes to treating Sellers Creek properly. Then we'll be guided to our equipment committee, who will already have unloaded all of the bags by ward in our staging area. And in the staging area, each family will be able to come and get their hand cart and then move to their assigned campsites. All of our wards are set in a similar campsite area, and those campsites will be clearly marked with some paper and posters that then you can get your gear from the staging area and then move to your own campsite and start setting up your camp, your tents, and getting oriented of where we're going to be. That'll happen from about 1:30 till 3. And then in our commons area at 3 o'clock, we're going to have a service project. So there's a lot of work that the missionaries would like done. So what we'll do is we'll have the ability to spend about 2 hours doing a service project at Sellers Creek together. Most of it will be around the campsite, but we'll break up into 3 groups and be able to serve in the area and take care of Sellers Creek a little bit before we use the property. At 5:30, we'll have a dinner, and after our dinner, a devotional, and then we've hired a professional country caller. He's going to come up, teach us how to do country dance, and then he's going to call our dance for about an hour and a half, about 90 minutes, from 6:45 to 8. We're all going to be together in a commons area. All the stake is going to be mingling at a dance. So should be a lot of fun. Our sister stake to the south did the same thing last year with this same caller, Paul Welker, and they loved him. That was one of their highest rated and fun things. So we're excited for that dance Wednesday night. Then our families will go back together at 8 o'clock in their own little camp areas, discuss our next day, and then go to bed around 10 o'clock. We also prepared these personalized journals for everybody when you arrive. And in the journals, you'll find the schedule of everything that you're doing. So there's a schedule inside the front cover, as well as journal pages for everybody, and the lyrics to all the hymns and songs that we're going to be singing. So we'll hand those out first thing Wednesday morning, so you'll know the schedule in case you don't catch everything. So let's talk about trekking. We're going to trek about 8 miles each day, Thursday and Friday. There'll be lots of fun stops and games and rests and devotionals, vignettes, where we'll learn about pioneers and learn about what we're doing, and also learn about all the other people that came before us as great trekkers. We're so excited for everything that our devotional committee has prepared, and to share our testimonies and the stories that have made Trek possible. So look for those along the trail. We'll trek most days starting at about 8:15, 8:30. We'll trek till a lunch. We'll have lunch out on the trail, a sack lunch that's prepared. When the hand carts arrive in the mornings, they'll be filled with your buckets. So everybody should have a bucket that you're bringing to trek. And in those buckets, you're going to want to put all the things that you want to have out on the trail, whether it's change of clothes like a hat or a jacket, gloves, chapstick, sunscreen, candy, and you want to make sure that you have a water bottle, not like a Stanley, but a nice plastic water bottle that'll go with you everywhere when we are out on the trail. So those buckets are going to be what's in your wagon. Your mas and pas will have the ability to tie those down with a tarp, and in case there's weather, that tarp can also maybe provide some protection. But in your bucket, you're going to trek with it each day. So plan on putting whatever you want inside that bucket and bringing it with you when we go out on the trail. It's beautiful where we are. It's built for trek. We're not going to a place that's just some made up trek site. This is really a beautiful place that's purpose is to trek. So we've picked trails that are both challenging and fun, but we hope that everybody that is participating is challenged physically. It's going to be fun to push our hand carts together and share that experience of truly trekking out onto the trail. We'll stop at a beautiful place called the Grove on Thursday, where we're going to have lunch and a devotional from our stake presidency. And we'll have a women's poll after lunch, and that'll be explained out on the trail. And then we'll trek back to camp and hopefully arrive around 5:30, where we'll have dinner ready and games back at camp, which are prepared by our young women's presidency. We're really looking forward to having some fun games as a stake. So when we trek, we'll be divided into wards, but then there'll be a lot of fun time for the stake to mingle as youth. Then when on Thursday night, we'll head back for a devotional and be together as a stake. And here's some more fun vignettes and testimonies and speakers from around the stake. We'll have free time Thursday night, and then our families will have time together that evening, free time to discuss and be together. I'm going to pause. I'm going to just see if there's any questions or chat here from anybody. Okay, let's talk about what you're packing and what you're bringing to Trek. On 2025trek.com, there's a very intricate packing list that hopefully everybody that is on this call has had the opportunity to look at, and you've started your packing your gear. But if you have not, go to 2025trek.com. We will be wearing Pioneer clothing, and there's some guide to what that looks like, to what to wear, and what to bring, and how to pack it. The biggest suggestion is fit all you can in your 5-gallon bucket. Mark it with your name, and then if you can't fit everything in that, obviously your sleeping bag and pad, put in a duffel bag or in a big black plastic bag that you can mark with your name. But that guide on the website should give you a good idea of what to bring and what not to bring. If you've got questions about your water bottle, the best water bottle you can bring is one of those Nalgene bottles that you can screw the top on, and then it has a little plastic ring. That way we can hang them from your hand carts. I would definitely say that bringing like a big Stanley or metal water bottle is not the move. Don't don't do that. Bring a plastic like REI bottle or an old nasty Nalgene with you to trek. Hopefully that answers your question. Shoes, make sure they're comfortable. I would, if they're not broken in, really well weathered hiking shoes, Just a sturdy running shoe or walking shoe is a great, that'll get you through what we're doing. But hiking boots would cause a lot of blisters if they're not broken in or something that you haven't worn for a long time. Um, Make sure you bring a hat and all of this. I'm not going to go over this. That's kind of redundant on the packing list. So if you have questions about what to bring and what not to bring, please put it in the chat or you can text me. But a lot of it is in detail talked about on 2025trek.com. Okay, any other chats here? Okay, very good. Okay, let's look at Friday real quick. So the next day we're going to wake up and we're going to do the exact same type of trekking. So 8 miles we're going to do again on Friday. A great question coming in about water shoes. So we will be doing some river crossings and what you'll want to bring is a type of shoe to walk through heavy water. So don't bring flip-flops, don't bring sandals. Bring some kind of water shoe that you can wear in a river as we will be crossing rivers and pushing the hand carts through them. So we'll actually stop, take off our shoes, and do some river crossings, and you'll want to bring some shoes for that. Okay, Friday morning we'll wake up. It'll be that same routine. And let's talk about, we'll have some rotations for who gets food first. So different wards will have the opportunity to start moving through our food line at different times. But we'll kick off our Friday with the devotional, breakfast, have your hand carts packed with their buckets and be ready to go as we'll try to leave about 8:30 out of the same area, our commons area. And your bishops are going to be our great guides out on the trail. They're our company leaders. They're going to keep your ward together. They'll have maps, and the trails are all very clearly marked with numbers. So we'll move through a very smart designated trail system, and our bishops will guide us through, as well as we'll have radios to communicate with each other. And in case there is a medical problem, we'll be able to radio back to our missionaries. If parents are nervous about something like that, there's great communication with the missionaries who are up on Sellers Creek, as well as our medical staff, where there's one professional medical staff for each 50 trekkers up with us at Sellers Creek. Trekkers, is that the right word for what we're describing? Is that the verb of the adjective of trekking? So very good. Okay, trekkers. Very good. We're going to trek. Each time we move, we'll have a different order of trekking. So we'll have the opportunity to trek with different groups and different handcart families, which will make it fun as you learn and do the vignettes and devotionals with different families along the way. We'll hike to one of the most beautiful places in Sellers Creek called Prospective Point, which is one of our high mountains, which will be very fun and beautiful. We'll have some alone time there, as well as more devotionals and vignettes along the trail. Friday, we imagine everyone will be tired and it'll be a challenging day to be out. But we are looking forward to having those challenges and working together to make Trek the very best that we can. If you remember, our great President Ian Swinton told us that the experience is the experience that we make it. And I'm looking forward to Friday. It's going to be fun. And the missionaries that we went and met with up at Sellers Creek were excited for the routes that we picked. It'll be really a stretch and challenging for our youth, so we're excited for that. Friday night, when we get back, we'll play more games. We'll be together as a stake, and then our wards will break apart into some personal testimony meetings Friday night, and you'll spend time together as a ward in your campsites and being together. Saturday morning, we'll wake up. We'll have breakfast at 7. We'll pack, and that is it for Saturday. We'll clean up, and you're welcome to wear any clothes that you want when we travel home. No need to wear Pioneer clothes on Saturday, and then we plan on being back to the Stake Center around 2 o'clock. When we get back into cell service, there is no cell service at Sellers Creek, so when we get back to Idaho Falls, we'll be sure to send word back to Salt Lake City that we're on the road and planning to be back. But it should be around 2 o'clock that we're back to the Stake Center for parents that are going to pick up or meet us back at the Stake Center for when we arrive back. Let me just check to see if there's any more questions. Okay, let me check my notes to see if there's anything else that we're missing. Very good. We're super grateful for our food committee. They are already buying our food, and they are full-time preparing our meals. Each day we're going to be taking sack lunches out on the trail, but Moz and Paws are and youth are encouraged to if you'd like to bring snacks or candy along the way, that's fine. There are critters and animals and even bears up at where we're going, so we'll ask for everyone to be safe with their food. We're not leaving food out. We're keeping everything in buckets. No food in tents, and if it is out and about, it'll get eaten by chipmunks and squirrels. The missionaries have made that very clear that all food should be stored properly, especially when we're not with the food at camp. So it's fine to bring it, just make sure that it's safe and secure inside your bucket. If you don't have a bucket yet, or if you're on this Zoom call and you're looking for people who need them, the Stake Center has the buckets, and I'm happy to help you get them. They're on the back of the stage. There's foam pads there, as well as the lids for the bucket. So if you don't have one, you need one. That is what you are going to be sitting on every single time we do a devotional. There's no benches or chairs. If you don't have a bucket, you're going to be sitting in the dirt. So if you need one, please let us know. We're happy to help you with the buckets. Let me just check my notes to make sure we're not missing anything. Okay, if you have should we tell the kids to bring so out on the trail there's going to be water. So the missionaries put out on the trail these gigantic they call them water buffaloes, so there'll be opportunities for the youth to fill up water. When I went on trek, that was not the luxury. This is going to be very luxurious. There's also porta potties out on the trail, so the youth don't necessarily have to bring toilet paper for the trails or bathroom stuff. So there's going to be porta potties out there. If you want to bring toilet paper, that's fine. You can, just in case there's an emergency, especially maybe if you're a mom and pa, that might be a good idea to bring just in case. But there is porta potties out on. We're not like going to the bathroom out in the weeds and out in the bushes. There are very nice porta potties out there. Great question. Yes, wear your Pioneer clothing Wednesday when you show up. Be dressed for trek. Be ready to go. We're not changing in the cars or anything when we go up. So arrive Wednesday morning in your Pioneer outfits and be ready to do trek as we arrive. Great question. Would it be okay to pack a bin for general stuff for families? That's a great question. So if you're a ma and pa, it's fine to pack general stuff, lanterns and things in a duffel bag. I know mas and pas might have like a little extra gear. We do have a lot of room in our trailers, but obviously be conservative with what you pack. As mas and pas, though, that's totally fine to pack a little bin or a bag for extra stuff for your families. Good question. I'll say it's a good question no matter what. So good question. Thanks. Good question. Okay. Anything else? Well, I don't want to stay on here all night. I just wanted to make sure that we're all on the same page for Trek. And if there's any questions or comments or concerns, we've had concerns about animals and bathrooms and glasses and clothing. You're welcome to text me. My phone number, my cell phone number is on the website. I would love to talk to you or answer any questions that you have and help in any way. So you or your child, or if you're an adult, is happy and prepared for camping and being together at Trek. So anybody else? Does anybody else want to unmute or chat or otherwise we are going to Trek next week.
Thanks, Stuart.
Hey, thank you. Okay, thanks everybody. That's it. I'm going to post this to the website. So if you have people that missed it, or if your ward didn't see it, or I don't know, if you want to rewatch it, which could be fun, Ben, you could rewatch this tonight at home. I'll post it. Okay, thanks everybody. Love y'all.
Which is better, a flashlight or a headlamp?
Oh, that's a great question. Whichever one will have the most batteries. There's no electricity up at Sellers Creek. So headlight is probably best for moving around camp and moving around your tent. But yeah, I'm going to bring a headlight. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Thumbs up. Thanks, Royal.